Joan Meggitt is an accomplished dancer and senior manager of neurological programs at Playhouse Square. She's going to lead an interactive dance for Parkinson's sampler. Joan will be highlighting the benefits of dance for people with Parkinson's and share a few activities from a typical class. Joan has been teaching, learning, choreographing, performing, and researching dance for over 30 years. You may notice a very large group behind Joan also. This is the Vermilion Windjammers Swing Band. I'm going to give a very short introduction right now because they'll be playing along with Joan, and then afterwards, Fred DeCenzo will come up and introduce the band. But the Vermilion Windjammers Swing Band have been performing since 1995. The band performs a repertoire of charts ranging from the 1920s to present day. They're made up of over 18 to 20 talented volunteer musicians. They play for the love of music and a drive to preserve the unique styles of big band and swing. They strive to bring the power of big band music to the next generation. So let me introduce Joan Meggitt and get ready for our dance sampler and our first taste of the Vermilion Swing Band. Windjammers Swing Band.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you. I'm Joan Meggitt, and I see a lot of familiar faces here today, and it's such a pleasure to get to reconnect with people. And I'm going to continue that with this dance sampler. I teach Dance for Parkinson's, which is based on the model that comes out of New York called Dance for PD. And that is a model for dance and Parkinson's that is based on research. Research that shows that dance improves mobility, that it improves cognition, that it enhances mood, and also improves quality of life for people with Parkinson's. It is a practice. That means we have to do it on a regular basis to really reap those benefits. And I've been dancing for over 30 years now, and I hope at least another 20. I don't know if I have 30 more in me, but I hope to keep dancing for at least another 20. And the thing about dance is that it's about community. So it's something that brings us together. It's also very personal. So when I'm doing the dishes at home, I'm sliding over to the side to pick up the plates. When I'm doing the ironing, sometimes I will admit I'll put the iron on the shirt and then I'll dance a little bit. Oh, got to pick it up. So, it's also personal. You might do it in your living room. You might do it in the kitchen. You might do it in the church basement with your community. It's a very personal act at the same time. It is a transmitter of culture and values. So the kind of dance that you do tells me something about what's important to you. It might tell me something about your culture, about your background. It is part of our history. So dance transmits history. So when you see a Hawaiian hula, they're telling stories that are ancient about the islands, about the people. And so their dance is a transmitter of culture and history and value. And dance is both sacred and secular. So you can go to Playhouse Square, where I work, and you can see dance as entertainment up on the stage. You might go to a church in Cleveland Heights, and dance is a part of their celebration. So dance can be very many different things, all at the same time, and also individually. So dance means a lot of different things to me. So not only am I a dancer, but I'm a teacher, and so I live to transmit dance to and with other people. And all of that together, so all of that transmitting of value and community and individuality and sacred and secular and entertaining, all of that, when we engage with that, we learn something about ourselves, and we learn something about the people that we're dancing with. So dance is also a conversation, a dialogue. Sometimes it's a monologue, sometimes it's a solo, and sometimes it's an ensemble. So it is very many different things. And the dance for Parkinson's or dance for PD model is really wonderful because you can apply that to any dance form. There has been research in dance for Parkinson's with modern dance, with hip hop, with contact improvisation, with Irish set dancing, with tango, which Fred and Diane teach. So that research is really strong, that tango is great for people with Parkinson's as well as people without. There's even been virtual reality dance research. And all of those point to improvements in everything that I mentioned before: mobility, cognitive improvements, mood enhancement, and also quality of life. The other thing that I'm going to mention is a word that we use in dance called musicality. And that means our relationship to music and how we express music through the body. And so dance and music from the beginning have been partners, have been collaborators. And so part of the value of dance is piggyback on the value of music. And so those two things are inextricably linked. And I think it makes it wonderfully powerful. So when we listen to music, when we move to music, when we express how we're feeling through musical experiences, that's really powerful. It's really powerful. And it's fun. So Kevin talked about the fun aspect of things. And so for me, dance, and first and foremost, first, middle, last, beginning and end, joy. Okay? So that's what I hope you experienced a little bit of that today. Also, creativity. So we are asking ourselves to do something new. You might do the movement a little bit differently than I do it. Perfectly fine. So I'm not here for you to necessarily imitate. I'm just your guide, and we're walking on that path together. And you might walk a little differently, or maybe you'll be like, oh, I want to go this way with it, or I want to go that way with it. That's fine. Okay? So that's the creative component. And that creativity can extend out into your daily life. So you bet when I'm at the grocery store and I'm waiting in line, people are just like, next, next. And I'm like, okay, so you can, sometimes I need something on the shelf and someone's in the way, so I might just kind of, excuse me, and get what I want and take it. So, it really affects how you look at everything in your life. So once you really start to engage with dance and with other people, you start to think, oh, well, it's not just in the studio that I could do that. I could do that in the grocery store. I could do that, at the kitchen sink. I can do that in the church basement. I could do that on the street corner. There's all kinds of opportunities for creativity that come to life. Okay? Now, before we begin, we will be seated. Later we're going to stand, although you're not obligated to stand. You can remain seated because everything can be done both from the chair and then also standing, and we'll stand behind the chair. So I'm going to ask you to take a moment and arrange your seat so you can comfortably see me, or you can comfortably see one of those screens. So I don't want anyone to have to turn their head too much, okay? It's not comfortable. And also a little bit of space. So I'm not going to be smack dab here up against our wonderful conductor, I'm going to make sure that I have a little bit of room that I can have my arms out to the side if I need to. So we don't want to inadvertently smack anyone upside the head. My mom told me you're not supposed to do that, so you got to listen to Mom. So I want you to find a comfortable seat. And Kevin talked about this, about sitting tall. And so I'm going to ask you to be both regal and also relaxed. So you're kind of in that comfortable middle ground. I'm going to move out a little bit for the tables over there. And take a look around. See who's here today. Look at your table, but then also look way back. Look over there. Look to the other side of the room. And maybe someone's looking, wave at somebody. Just wave at somebody, like you. I'm waving at you. Yeah, wave at someone. Get somebody's attention. Hello, I saw that. Hello. All right, so you've got your regal, you're relaxed. You know who's about, all these dancers all at once. Let's clap our hands together. Get them warmed up. Get them warmed up. Oh, yeah. Get them warmed up. I'm just making you clap for me now. Get them warmed up. And then let's take those hands and clap your legs. Just the top of your legs. If you want, you can go a little further. You can go a little further. And then let's come back up. And then let's pause. Just pause. See what the sensations are. What are the feelings in your hands? What are the feelings in your legs? Maybe there are feelings in your shoulders. Let's do it again. Ready? Legs. And if you want, you can go down to the lower leg. Let's do the side. So when you come up, let's do the side of the leg. And then again, let's pause. Pause. We'll get there. We're going to get to jazz hands. One more time. Here we go. Legs. And if you want, going down to the lower leg. And let's come up the sides. And once more to the top. And then last time, pause. If you want, close your eyes. You don't have to. Sometimes it helps us check into the body if we close our eyes and we're not looking at what's around us. All right, and then if your eyes are closed, go ahead and open them. And we're going to put right hand on right leg, left hand on left leg. The music is going to begin, and we're going to just listen to this lovely introduction before we start moving. Let's slide our hands down our legs, slowly. Reach out in front of you, reach out, reach out, reach out. Can everyone wiggle your fingers at me? Now wiggle them at somebody else. Somebody else. One more, somebody else. And then open those arms wide. Open them wide. Give yourself a hug. And let those arms go. Let's put them back on the legs, hands on the legs. Let's do the slide again. So we slide gently. Reach out in front of you. And this time we're going to reach overhead. And just like Kevin asked us, reach a little bit further and then soften. Let the hands float. And they're going to come all the way down to your lap, gently, easy. And when they land, let's press down. Press down. On a count of 3, we're going to lift off. 1, 2, 3. Open your arms wide. Beautiful, beautiful. Give yourselves a hug again. Let the arms come down to your lap. Let's float them up again. Here we go. Float. Reach a little bit further. And then soften. Let them gently rain down. Maybe they're like leaves, or maybe they're birds. Maybe they're raindrops. And they'll eventually land quietly on your lap. Nice. Let's take the hands, rub them together. And we're going to take 2 fingers, and we're going to walk up our arm. When you get to the top, give yourself a squeeze, and then slide down, reach out, and land on your shoulder. Let's do it again. We're going to slide, we're going to reach out, and we're going to land. One more time. Here we go. We slide. reach, and land. Let's take the other hand. Walk your fingers, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 of them, up your arm. Give yourself a squeeze. Let's slide. Here we go. Slide, reach, and land. Again, slide, reach, and land. One more time. Slide, reach, and land. Let's take the other hand. Can we do a little swim? So we take one arm up and over, other arm up and over. One more time, up and over. Can we put our hands on our heart? Thank you. Now, before we go to the next thing, I want to finish this off with a little tag. We're going to bring everything close to us. Now, we're going to have to be careful when we do this. And on the count of 3, we're going to open up. I have to move back. I'm a little too close to the edge here. Whoa! We're going to open up as big as we can, and we'll come back in. So you can lean back, or you can keep yourself grounded. We're going to do it 3 times. If you just want to do the upper body, you can do the upper body. If you just want to do the lower body, you can do the lower body. So you decide what feels right. Or maybe you're going to do half and half. I mean, any of those are really good options. So decide what it is what works for you. We're going to make a soft sound like a sigh on the first one. So let's get ready. Small curl on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah. Oh, that was nice. So let's bring it back in. Now we're going to make a medium sound. Medium sound. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Then we're going to make a loud sound. I'm not going to make it because I've got the mic on. It's going to be really loud, but you are all going to make a loud sound. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you. Bring it back in. Nice work. Okay, so we're gonna pick up the rhythm a little bit. One of the things I wanted to mention about dance, that similar to music that lights up different parts of the brain, our movement when we walk is contralateral. So the opposite sides of the body move at the same time. And when we dance, we tend to do that. We also cross our body when we dance, like. And those kinds of movement, cross-lateral and contralateral, engage both hemispheres of the brain at the same time. And it makes learning a little bit easier, and it makes that learning stick. So imagine you're in a dance class listening to great music, and you're doing the cross-lateral movement. So you just kind of upped the level of benefit through that. So just a little factoid there. All right, so here we are. Can everyone show me your hands? And then can you show me your wrists? And can you give me a little boogie, a little shimmy? And if you want, you can go forward like, hey, baby, and back like, no, whoa, okay? Now, can we do that separately? So one hand, one wrist, and boogie. Okay? That's part 1 of our next dance. Part 2 is reach one hand up, reach the other hand up. We're going to do 2 pulses, boof, boof. And then we're going to open the arms and bring them down. So that's part 2. Okay? So part 1 is show me a hand, show me a hand, show me a wrist, give me a shimmy and a shimmy. Let's do it again. Show me a hand, show me a wrist, give me a shimmy. Now one hand reaches up and pulse and open wide, open, and open. All right, that's our upper body. Let's get the lower body going separately. So take your toe like you're going to dip it in water, and it's going to come in front of you. So dip and bring it home. Other side, dip and bring it home. And then out to the side like you're trying to sneak away and bring it in. Other side, sneak away and bring it in. Then we'll repeat. So dip and home, and you're touching the floor and home, then sneak away and home. Sneak away and home. So we'll do that slowly. We'll go dip, dip, and home, home, and dip, dip, and home, home, sneak away, away, bring it back, back, sneak away, away, bring it back, back. Then we'll go dip and home, dip and home, dip and home, dip and home, sneak away, come back, sneak away, come back, sneak away, come back, sneak away, come back. So you have options. We'll do the slow one first because believe it or not, the slower is harder. People think fast is hard, slow is hard because you really got to use all of those muscles. So that's the lower body part. Later on, I'll say, oh, let's do it with the hands instead. Okay, so we'll do some dipping and some sneaking and some point like, hey, I see you over there. I see you, okay? We'll do some same thing with our hands, okay? And then we'll go back. And then up and pulse and open. So I'll talk you through it. My job is to be like the square dance caller to make sure that all of us are on time together. And again, you can do the movement in the way that really makes sense to you. So it does not have to look like me, does not have to look like your neighbors, okay? I may have demonstrated a little bit faster. So, I mean.
How do you want it? Faster?
No, let me think. Yeah, I'm singing a different song in my head. I know it's not the song you're going to play.
I got it. 1, 2, 1, 2, boogie, now.
All right, we're going to get ready. Show me your hands. Again. Hands and wrists. Boogie. We're going to reach up. We reach up. Hands. And boogie. Again. Reach up. All right, dip your toe. We got dip. We're going to go faster. Dip. 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 Dip to the side. Take a look around. Find somebody to wave at. I see someone right there, and I'm going to wave at him. Find somebody else. Find somebody else right there. Hey. Thank you. One more time. One more person. All right, let's get ready. Hands. Again. Reach up. We're going to do it all again. Here we go. Hands. Show me your hands. And your wrists. Reach up, up, pulse. Can you give yourselves a hug? And just rock. Let's go out. Let's do a little smaller. Now let's go hands, hands, wrist, wrist, little boogie. Keep it small. Let's reach up just a little bit. Even smaller. Real small. Reach, but keep it small. Really big. Again. Reach up. Hug yourself. Open one arm. Open the other. Up. All right, can we thank them? Ooh, thank you, thank you. All right, now, before we do our final movement, I'm going to ask you to determine whether you want to stand up or stay seated. What we do in the last section can be done from a chair, and it can also be done from standing, okay? So in order to stand up, I'm going to ask us to do it in a really particular way. How many of you have ever been to a ticker tape parade? Anybody? Yeah, those are maybe one person kind of. So it's a parade where originally ticker tape, which was like the stock market, that little strip that came out, that was thrown from buildings and it rained like confetti. Now it's commercially produced. It probably has glitter in it, which will never, ever, ever come out of your clothing. You know, glitter is one of those things that, like, it lives forever. And once, you know, someone gave me a card with glitter in it, and I opened it, and I was like, oh, I'm never going to get rid of this, ever. So the ticker tape parade is for really important things, commemorating the opening of the Statue of Liberty. John Glenn, one of our astronauts, got a ticker tape parade. There was a commemoration for World War I that had a ticker tape parade. So they're for really important things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to imagine that you are on the main float at the ticker tape parade. The ticker tape parade is for you. And you are on that float. Okay? And you could be seated, you know, maybe on a throne or something, I don't know. Or maybe you're standing and you're, you know, walking from side to side. So this is where the standing comes in. If you're ready to stand up, you'll stand up for that ticker tape. But you have to get your applause first. So this half of the room, which is also going to include these two tables. So this half of the room is going to applaud. And this half of the room is going to receive their ticker tape parade. So if you're going to stand, you could stand. You can do, there's the wave, you know, the famous, the hello, hello. Or maybe you're throwing kisses. Maybe it's like Mardi Gras, and you're just throwing beads and coins and chocolate. Keep your tops on, please. So you decide, you know, how are you riding on this float, okay? What is your demeanor as you ride on the float? And then after this side receives your ticker tape parade, you will applaud, and you will then receive your parade. And I've asked for a little bit of help here from Windjammers. I'm asking just for a drum roll and a cymbal crash, and when we hear the cymbal, that's when this whole side of the room starts to applaud, okay? And you can do some woo-woos if you like to. If you like to, you can go, woo, you know that. So we'll take it off of you. Here we go. Woo! So this side of the room is receiving their thank you very much as the float goes by. You're marvelous, all of you, marvelous. All right, so if you're standing, you can stand behind your chair or beside it, and we're going to give applause to this group. So I will ask for another drum roll so that this group, I'll give them just one moment. So when we hear that final cymbal crash, we're going to applaud them so they can have their parade. All right. fabulous group. Oh, so I see the kisses being, oh, I'm going to throw it right back at you. All right. Very good, very good. Okay, so I'm going to move my chair so that you can see my feet, and then I might get rid of the chair altogether. So I'm going to use the chair like a bar, B-A-R-R-E, ballet bar, not the other bar, which also can hold you up, but you shouldn't be dancing if you need to be, at the bar, B-A-R, okay? So we're gonna take a trip to with this next one. So when the music begins, we're just going to find that rhythm in the feet. So if you're sitting, that could be, you could sway, which I would do if I were standing. You could tap your heels, you could tap your toes, but you want to find that rhythm. And we're going to take 8 counts to do that. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Then we're going to dip our toe again. So we're going to dip our toe forward and back, forward and back. We'll do the other side, forward and back, forward and back. Then we're going to take our heel and we're going to reach it out a little bit off to the side. We're going to bring it home. We're going to reach it to the side and we'll bring it home. Then we'll do the other side. So it'll go heel, bring it home, and you can put it on the toe if you want. Heel, bring it home. Okay? So we have 3 things. The first one is going with that music. You could be taking a stroll. Maybe you're swaying from side to side. Maybe you're touching your toes. It's up to you what you do. So 8 of those, 6, 7, 8. Dip the toe, bring it home. Dip the toe, bring it home. Other side, toe and home, toe and home. Then dig that heel in. Bring it home. Dig that heel in. Bring it home. Other side, heel. Bring it home, heel, bring it home. So you know part 1. Part 2, we're going to smooth it out. So Dr. Sheikh was talking about melody and consonance. So here we're digging into the rhythm when we dip our toes and we move our weight. This time, we're going to be the melody. We're going to go smooth to one side. I'm going to move this a little closer to you. And then we're going to go smooth to the other side. So we're going to take 4 whole counts. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to hitch a ride. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to throw our hands up in the air like we've done already. And then you can either let it rain down or you can smooth it down. And when it gets to your hips, you're going to put your hands on your hips and you're going to brush them off. So we're going to reach up, and you can either rain or go smoothly and brush the hips off. Okay? Then we'll repeat it. We'll do it again. Okay, so that means we'll take our walk, we'll take our stroll for 8 counts. We'll dip our toe twice on one side. Yep, we're taking a stroll to Kansas City. Absolutely right. Thank you. I was trying to remember the name of that place we're going. Then we go to the side. It takes a village. It really does. Out to the side and in, and out to the side and in. And then we smooth, and we smooth. Then we hitch a ride. Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. Ba-doom, boom, 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 boom. I said, oh, Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. Okay? So the whole thing twice. And then at the end, we have a third section of the music. I'm going to ask you to find somebody, someone nearby. And I know my mom always said, don't point at people. But you know what? I point at people all the time. Hey, you, let's dance. Okay? So then you're going to find someone close to you who when you point at them, they know they're like, me? Yeah, you. And make eye contact, smile, and keep time together, okay? And maybe you see like, oh, my partner's doing, I like the shoulders that my partner's doing. See, we got it going. Now we have a whole new dance going. Thank you. Oh, yeah. So find someone. And maybe you're looking at someone on that side of the room. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to put this chair down because I'm afraid that I might knock into it. But remember that everything that we're doing can be done from the chair. You can lift those feet. You can smooth. All of that is available to you. Okay? All of that is available. So let me put this down here so I don't run into it. And we'll let the maestro begin here. All right, let's take a walk. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dip your toe. Toe in. Toe. Other side. Toe in. Toe. Let's take the heel. 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 Other side. Heel. Heel. Let's go smooth. Smooth. And smooth. Nice. Hitch a ride. Hands up. All right, take a walk. Dip your toe. Other side. Heel. Other side. Heel. Nice. We got smooth. And smooth. Hitch a ride. Hands up and down. Brush your hips. All right, find someone to dance with. You. Are you? How about you? How about you? You. Let's hitch a ride. Hands up and down. Pressure out. All right. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So I was dancing with a lot of people. I don't know if they were dancing with me, but I kind of horned in on this couple. They were I'm like, I'm with you. I'm dancing with you. I had a lovely dance with someone over here. And Karenina, I had a dance with you. So I'm happy to answer any questions. This was a sampler, and I really did, you can sit down if you like. I really made you work for it. I really made you work for it. When I have a 1-hour dance class, we start with that gentle warm-up that we did. It changes from day to day. I kind of see how people are doing. Someone might say something, and that sends me on a different path. And then a series of seated work so that we can get our legs ready. Also, things for the upper body and the spine. And then we'll stand behind the chair. We'll treat it like a ballet bar. And then we do some couples dancing. Not ballroom dancing, but dances that Joan made up that no one has ever seen before, that don't really exist except in me. So it's an hour long, and Playhouse Square is starting a Dance for Parkinson's program. I am their designer and their teacher, and so those will start in the fall in October, and they'll happen once a week on Mondays in a dance studio at Playhouse Square. There's no prior experience needed. People with Parkinson's and their care partners, their spouses, companions, family, friends are welcome. The classes are free. Complimentary valet parking is provided, because I know Playhouse Square can sometimes be challenging to navigate. And so you can drop the car right off in front of the building. It'll be taken by a lovely valet, and then you can come in for the dance class. So I have flyers with QR codes. If you pick one up, you can sign up, and I'll send you information about different events. If not, I'm going to be out there through the end of the day, although I am going to stay and boogie a little bit. I'm going to stay and boogie. So if anyone wants to boogie with me. I'll be doing that. And I'll be around, so so feel free to approach me individually. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have, because I think Fred is probably ready to.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Joan, thank you
Yep.
so much.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.